you like making earrings just out of wire, this project's for you. So my inspiration behind these earrings are those old antique doors with those big keyholes. And so that's where I got my inspiration, because I think that these look like a little keyhole. So the tools and materials you're gonna need for this project are needle nose plier. You need your Weber. This is the small bell making plier. You're gonna need a ruler if you wanna make sure everything's perfect. You're gonna need some 20 gauge wire. You're gonna need a cutter. And you're also gonna need a 6-step bell making plier if you wanna make ear wires. So I already have one in my ear. I'm gonna show you how to make the other one, and everything is using 20 gauge wire. You're gonna need to cut 3 5-inch pieces, and then you can cut the 4th one whatever size you want, because you're gonna make a spiral at the end. So if you want a big spiral, you're gonna want more wire. If you want a little spiral, you're gonna need less wire. So I'm gonna go with more of a big spiral. So I'm gonna cut, let's say 8 inches. And I might not use all of that, but I'd rather have more wire than not. Okay, so you're gonna take that 5-inch wire and you're gonna find the middle, and you're gonna put it on top of the bigger bail. And you're gonna push that wire down over the bigger bail, and then you're just gonna kind of do this little motion right here where you're taking it back and forth so that you're pushing in the wire. So it looks like this. And then from here, you're gonna come up, just kind of like put your finger where you wanna bend it, and then you're gonna take your needle nose plier and come over and push those 2 pieces up, like so. And then from here, you're gonna take, just kind of push these 2 little legs out, and then you're gonna take your needle nose plier and come in here and make a little tiny loop. And then you're just gonna take that and keep pushing that loop to make a spiral. Okay, so now you've got your spiral done on one side. You're gonna do the exact same thing to the other side. So come in here, make a tiny little loop, and then you're just gonna kind of push with your finger and the tool to keep making that spiral. Push. Push. So now you have this little link, and now you're gonna make 2 more doing the same step. So take your 5-inch 20 gauge wire, stick it over your Weber, the larger bail, push down, and do this little motion. And when you're doing this, you're pushing in when you get to the bottom, and that's gonna make that keyhole look. And then you're gonna take your finger and kind of measure, and then you're gonna push up. And from here, before you do your little spirals, you're gonna wanna stick this piece right here through the keyhole and back up, and then push down. And then kind of pull these little legs over and over so that you can start your spiral again. And then just repeat making your spirals. And I love these needle nose pliers because it's really easy to work with wire because you can get into small little places. So it's perfect for these spirals and to make little loops inside the spirals. So you've done that side, now it's time to do over here. And push. And I like to push this onto my finger so that it's giving you something to help you make that spiral without bending your wire. And use the back part of your needle nose plier to do your spirals once you get the loop made. So now you have your second link. And now it's time to make the third. So 5-inch 20 gauge wire, find the middle, push it over the larger bail. Start rotating it to push that wire up underneath into that keyhole shape. One more time. So now you have your keyhole shape. Kind of measure with your finger where you want to bend it. Take your needle nose plier, bend that up. Push, and remember to connect it to your other link before you start doing your spiral. So slide that through the keyhole. Kind of bend these two pieces of wire out so that it's easier for you to start making your spiral. Take your needle nose plier, make your loop, use the back of your needle nose pliers mouth to start making the spiral. And then do the next one. Okay, now you have your 3 links made, and with this 8-inch piece of 20 gauge wire, which you may use all of it or you may not, you're going to take the end of that in your needle nose plier, make that little loop, and then you're just going to start making a spiral however big you want it. I'm going to kind of go with a bigger one because it's kind of like my focal piece at the bottom of my earring. So you're holding that wire in the back of the needle nose plier and you're just holding it, and then you're pushing that wire with your finger into the spiral shape. And then once you get it as big as you want, I'm going to go around one more time. Then you're going to take this piece right here and take your needle nose plier, push that up into a 90 degree, and then you're going to take your cutter and you're going to cut this off. Once you get your spiral done, you're just going to take your 6-step bail making plier and you're going to find the end of that and make a loop. And then you're going to open that loop up, slide it on to your last link, Close that up. And now you're ready to make your ear wire. So using the same gauge wire, you're going to take that 20 gauge, just cut off like 2.5 inches. You might not need all of that. And then you're going to take the smallest bell on your 6-step bell making plier, and you're going to make a loop. And then you're going to come up to the top, and you're going to put it on to the biggest bell. And you're just going to take that and kind of take your finger and push that wire down. And now I'm going to come over here. Depends on how long you want your ear wire. I'm going to go with this length. Cut that off. Obviously, you're going to want to file the end of that just so it doesn't stick into your ear, and just kind of buff the end of that so it's not sharp when you put it in your ear. You don't have to do much at all. Just kind of round that wire off. And then you're going to take that, open it up, slide it onto the top of your link through that keyhole, close it up, and now you have your keyhole inspired earring. Let's go back over the tools and supplies you're going to need for this project. You're going to need your needle nose plier, great for making loops and spirals. You're going to need your 6-step bell making plier, perfect for ear wires. You're going to need your 20 gauge wire because that's what we used for the entire project. If you have a file, you're going to need it to file the end of your ear wire. If you have a ruler and want to make things perfect, then use your ruler. You're going to need your wubber. This is the small bell making wubber, and a cutter. If you need any of the supplies I used today, check out the links below. What other wire projects would you like to see? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And now that you know how to make keyhole inspired earrings, you can say, I made this.